What's going on, family? Welcome back to Happy Lies, Sad Truth, sponsored by Big on Successful Stuff Clothing. If it ain't ice white, it ain't right. And Dr. Green's Holistic and Wellness. Get high the healthy way. I'm drinking that good lemonade today. Anyway, today we're going to talk about what we've been waiting on. Welcome to another episode of Happy Lies, Sad Truth. This is the podcast where we dig deep, man. We talk about the truth. We don't be bullshitting. We diving deep into the topics that's been glamorized and misunderstood, and often leads our young kings to a to a to a jail cell. Now, what we gonna talk about today? First thing we gonna do, we gonna get into the laws of it. Yeah, pimping, pandering, and human trafficking and all that, because podcast isn't to tell the youth what to do. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do at all. Because honestly, me growing up in the ghettos and wanting money, I did a lot of stuff. And I lived years to learn the stuff that I know now. So I know telling you not to do it, fighting against you, that's not what you're looking for, man. So the fact that I know that you need to get out and you want to do what you want to do, that's why I started this podcast, so I can inform you of the laws and the rules that you're breaking and the consequences of them. Because although with pimping and panning, you get what, 5 to 6 years in California, unless you got a minor involved, or you forcefully made somebody do it, or you coerced them. Uh, it's more time. In Nevada, the same difference, 5 to 6 years. But if it's a minor involved, it's what, 8 to 10, uh, maybe even life, with the possibility of parole in 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years, depending on how young the child is. Which and the Mann Act, which the FBI has, and these young ladies. I almost written down right here in my phone, so we don't have exact. I don't want to miss nothing. So I'm a reader. We're gonna start with the laws first before we go any further. We're gonna start with the laws. You know what I mean? Because that's what's most important. That y'all know what y'all getting yourselves into, so y'all don't be crying, talking about ain't nobody looking out for you, calling your mamas, your aunties, and your cousins, and everybody begging for money, not acting like they got more money than when you went in. You know what I mean? And in actuality, you shouldn't even burden your family when you know the consequences. And I'm just assuming, with a lot of the silliness that's been going on, that people been that they call the YKs be doing, you can't possibly know the consequences of your acts. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say they can't know the consequences of their acts, man. Ain't nobody teaching these cats, man. They jumping out here wide open, man, just doing stuff. So I decided to be the one to tell you about the laws. So let's get in here, because the legal realities of pimping, paneling, human trafficking, and crossing state lines, man, this is not you what to do, man. It's me informing you, like I just said. So we'll get directly right to it. Let's see. We're gonna break down each charge one by one, so it won't be no misunderstanding. The first one, pimping in California. This California Penal Code 266H. The definition: Receiving earnings from another's prostitution. Penalty 3 to 6 years in state prison with a minor up to 8 years and fines up to $10,000. 2. Pandering. California Penal Code 266I. The definition: one, to become a prostitute. Penalty 3 to 6 years in state prison. Now, mind you, that's 2 different charges. So just say for the hell of it that the max on each one, that's 12 years right there. You know what I mean? And okay, with the minor is up to 8 years and mandatory sex offender registration. So that's forever. You know, with sex offender registration, that's you can't live by schools. You can't. It's a lot of stuff you can't do when you register, and you got to register every year. Wherever you move to, you got to register, and if you don't, you can go to prison for it. And mind you, it's a lot of these young girls out here that look 18, look 21. Them lying to you is not an excuse. You still liable. But we're going to get into that. The third, human trafficking. California Penal Code 236.1. Definition: depriving someone of their liberty with intent to commit certain felonies, including pimping and pandering. Penalty 5 to 12 years, with minors or aggravating factors up to 15 years to life. So what that's meaning is, if she's 17, you can get up to 15 years to life. If she say you beat her up or forced her, what they call gorilla pimping, that's 15 years to life. And you got to remember, a lot. Matter of fact, every state in the United States is a hearsay state. Yeah, as we're gonna get to that too, because I looked all that up. I got it all written down in my notes that I'm reading off of right now. Every state is a hearsay state. Just Texas, Nevada, and California take it further. You know what I mean? Like, they can make statements and don't never gotta come to court. They'll just use their statement. We'll get into that though. 4. Nevada law. This is Nevada laws for pimping and pandering. 201.300 and 201.320 pimping. 201.320 penalty 1 to 4 years in prison, fines up to $5,000. With violence or threats, 1 to 5 years, fines up to $10,000. Sex trafficking, NRS 201.300. Adults 3 to 10 years, fines up to $10,000. Minors 16 and 17. It specifically say 16 and 17. Life with parole eligibilities after 5 years. So you'll get a life sentence, but after 5 years, you'll be eligible for parole if they're 16 and 17. If they're 14 and 15, life with parole eligibilities after 10 years. If they're under 14, life with parole eligibility after 15 years. In all actualities, I think you should die. They should put you to death if you pimp a child. It's too many grown women out here for you to be playing. And just because she lied, you should have did your homework, your due diligence beforehand. The federal laws, the Mann Act, 18 U.S.C. 241. Definition: transporting individuals across state lines for prostitution or illegal sexual activity. Penalty up to 10 years, with minors 10 years to life. Once again, just because she told you she was 19 or 20 or 18 is not an excuse if she underage. Period. It's not an excuse. Promotion or facilitation of prostitution. This is a federal charge. 18 U.S.C. 2421A. Penalty up to 25 years in federal prison. Yeah. So the reality beyond these numbers, man, is something vicious. Now let's talk about the statistics. These aren't just numbers, man. They're real lives. These real lives affect people, man, affect families. Plea deals are approximately 60.5% of all sex trafficking cases instead of getting life. Yeah, to avoid life, man. 60% of motherfuckers take deal. So, and of course, 69% are males. 53% of all charges are black males. You understand what I'm saying? So, and blacks and Hispanics get like 40%. Let me see. I wrote it all down. Black males get 13.4% more time than white males. Hispanic males get 11.2% more time than white males for the same charges. This is statistics. You can go and look this stuff up yourself. Let me see. I wrote a whole bunch of stuff down. Oh, this one right here. It's crucial for you to understand certain situations. So, like how a lot of you young kings is having babies by girls, right? And y'all saying that they y'all hoes or whatever. In actuality, that's just like the terriblest thing in the world, because the worst breakup in the world is when kids are involved. A scorned woman is already terrible. Now, scorned woman with a child, and she feel like she gave her body for you and all things that she would never do just because you talked to her, and now you got other girls that you showing more interest in, or you just lost interest in her, or whatever the case may be, feeling, all she got to do is go to the police. And they know they know, especially if it's like your second offense, they know that you're gonna get stretched out. It ain't no going back on your word once you say it. Once she said, it's a wrap. And if she said that you hit her, or she hurt, or she got a scratch or a black eye or some shit like that, that's 15 to life. And like I said, Texas, Nevada, and California, she ain't even got to come to court. Once she make that statement to the police, it's a wrap. The whole trial is going forward based off what she said. So, like I said, I'm not here to tell you what to do, man. By all means, get your paper, man. You understand me? By all means. But know what you going up against, man. Don't go crying to your mama talking about you need bail money, because you should have bail money. You should have lawyer fees. Those are the first fees that you stack. You understand me? And in all actualities, the rappers and shit made this shit cute again. It's a particular type of person and a particular kind of woman that does these professions. That's the oldest profession in the world. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a particular type of female that does this. It's a particular kind of man that does this. Now that it became cute and people rapping about it, now you got all these strange things going on when you don't realize. Like I used to tell and I know this shit personally, because one of my sons is, man, we're not going to talk about him, but I used to listen to them fools talk. I used to tell them, hey, man, you know that shit carry a life sentence, man. And they used to be like, oh, I don't want to hear that, till their ass got caught up. Yeah. He got lucky as fuck, because the female got caught in a sting in the process of his trial. But his deal was they had offered him 3 life sentences. He was sick. Talking about he should have listened. So this is why I'm saying I'm just here to inform you of the laws, the punishment of it. I'm not telling you don't get your paper, man. Get your paper. And whoever here in the end, y'all can DM me. I give, if you really about your business, man, and you want to get out of this shit, like I said, I ain't gonna say you want to get out of it. I can give you a way where you can use those same tactics but without breaking the law, and make $1 million in 9 months. DM me, say you want the information, put it in the DM, and I send it to you. I'm not gonna put it over live like this because it's no need to give the other people the information, man. You understand me? But it's completely legal. No one's getting degraded. In fact, you'll be helping the young ladies for real with their education, with their credit, with their business literacy, financial literacy. But like I said, DM me and I'll give you the information. But let's go on to let's this. I wrote all this shit down so I wouldn't have it won't make no mistakes. Misrepresentation of this is something I wrote down because I just spoke on it, but what I wrote. Let me give you what I wrote. Misrepresentation of age. A female claims to be of legal age. This is from a law book. A female claims to be of legal age, but she's a minor. Even if you didn't know, you're still liable. Yeah, you're still liable. So she can be 16, looking 21, fake ID and all that. That don't make no difference. Your ass going to prison for a long time. Especially if she one of them, she beat her up. She can and say she lied, and they still gonna prosecute your ass in Nevada, Texas, and California. False accusations due to jealousy or anger. A disagreement leads to her alleging coercion or trafficking, which can be enough for charges. So this is even dangerous for regular people. You know what I'm saying? She can go to the police and that's your ass. They coming to arrest you. You guilty. Guilty until proven innocent, man. Yeah, man. So that's why I be on these young cats, man. I'm not by no means none of these episodes that I'm gonna be doing on their time. Am I telling you not to get to your paper? Because only an idiot will stay in poverty and be broke. People will tell you, get a job, you can do this, you can do that. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Yeah, it's easier to open up businesses now today than it was when we was growing up. And yeah, it also takes just as much time to get cracking in a legal business as it does a legal business. But you not making money that fast. And if you already accustomed to hustling, I understand the addiction. I deal with it every single day. Every single day I wake up, man. I think about shit. All I gotta do is get this and do this 2-3 times. But the fact that I was raised to weigh out my options prevent that. It's an everyday struggle, man, with that addiction. So that's why I'm here informing y'all, like, because I see it. I watch it on social media where these young cats be in these courtrooms passing out, fainting, crying. The only reason I can assume that they did that is because they didn't know. But by the time I'm through with this podcast, the only reason you're not gonna know is because you don't want to know. And you can holler at me on the low. You ain't even gotta participate in front of your homies. You can call me. You can hit me on the DM when you at home. You know what I'm saying? By yourself. You want some information. And I'm gonna give it to you because real business, in the long run, after you sitting in prison cells so many years, you're gonna realize why older cats be telling you might as well get a job, man. You might as well, you know what I'm saying, start you a business, man. Because in actuality, man, the government and shit is set up now. They giving y'all money that we had to hustle for. It's things you can do to go get 150,000 right now, man. And if you can't go get it today, especially if you in this profession, you can go. It take you 30 to 90 days, man, to get a female right enough to walk and go get you some legal bread. You understand me? and still live the life that you're searching for. You understand me? And do it all legal. Because in actuality, yeah, it's inevitable that you go into prison, man. It's inevitable. It may not be now, it may not be next year. It may not be 5 years from now. But it's inevitable. All it takes is for a female to have a bad experience with you, jealous of another female. Now, like I said, if you deal with women regularly, you see that happening. And these females that I've seen, you can see it in their eyes that it ain't really in them. It's a fashion. It's cute. This another thing. I understand the concept of it on everything. Believe me, I'm well aware of the concept, but my thing is, it's just like crackhead smoking crack. When you see what it do to crackheads, you see what crack. It's like, to me, it's like, okay, what you saying? Damn, I want to be just like that. Now, the point that I'm at, what I'm getting at is this: what old pimp you see that's living that life? That got the big house, got the double large, still got a bunch of bitches in the stable. Most of them old pimps live in fucking apartment buildings, man. My theater room bigger than most of them old pimp niggas' houses, man. These motherfuckers live in the slums. When you see them out in traffic, yeah, they look sharp. They look fly, new cars and all that shit. But that's just good credit. If them motherfucker money was right, they pimps, man. You understand me? Of course, everybody changed they conversation because they know they get life sentences for this shit. So, but you can tell, you can look at them and tell them like, oh, okay, what is the attraction to it? Because in actuality, in the time frame that we're in now, you can look at motherfuckers and say, nah, them motherfuckers was looking good in the 70s and the 80s, but in the 90s and 2000s, them motherfuckers living like regular people. Shit, worse than regular people. So what's the attraction? Just like selling drugs, ballers. That was the thing when I was growing up, right? So a motherfucker didn't have, it wasn't enough history for a motherfucker to know the outcome. Now, motherfucker know the outcome. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I miss it, man. I miss spending 20, 30, 40,000 in the club, man, and not giving a fuck. You understand me? I miss just going to buy fly shit. But the outcome is the same, especially in today. It's about, if it's 50 houses on the block, that means it's 40 cameras. And that's just the doorbells. That ain't the cameras that's all over the motherfucking house. They got satellites. You can go on your phone right now and go to Google Earth and go stand outside and pull yourself up. And if you pay for it, pay that $49.99, you can do it it'll be right at the second. You can go right outside, push the pin, and that motherfucker just get to go. And before you know it, you can see your face. You can wave. So imagine what the pigs do, man. It's cameras on every corner. So you got to think. Just like when my son went to prison for, they got pictures from hotels they done been to 4 years before that. When he was a teenager, all they did was go to the hotels in that area where the girl said she was working at. All they did was go to the hotels where that girl said she was working at, the hotels that was known for that type of work, and found pictures, photos of this dude walking in and out with that girl and other girls. This shit so fire, it's frozen too. But yeah, with other girls, forcing him. When I went to court with him, he was like, "Damn, they offered me 3 years." The attorney, we sitting right in there with him. The attorney and the DA talking. His attorney asked, like, "Look, okay, what's the deal? What's the best deal you can offer?" That lady laughed, man. Do you hear me? She said, "Deal? I don't need the deal. What I need a deal for?" She said, "I tell you what. Plead guilty. I drop these 2 life sentences and you just take this one." I mean, my son was sick. And when that lady walked out of there, that nigga was like, "Dad, what I'm gonna do?" I'm like, "Nigga, fight. You ain't got no choice. What the fuck you mean? What you gonna do? Nigga's on and cracking." Just so happened, though, during the trial, the brawl get cracked in the sting, fake ID, the dude saying the same thing. My son's so scared, he don't even what they talking about, nigga. He just take the deal 1-5. Y'all talking about? Yeah, but once you get into this shit, it's the addiction of it, man. But honestly, man, I can honestly tell you, man, if you got enough game to talk to a female, talk her into going to sell her body and giving you the proceeds, you can talk that female into going to work. Yeah, you can talk that female into getting her credit right. I'm talking about, because my whole thing is this: if you already getting some kind of paper, you can talk that female into getting her credit right, checking her in school to learn whatever type of, like, you need for a business. You need accountants, you need lawyers, you need marketers, you need secretaries. You can send them all to school for that. You understand me? Just think. You get the financial aid from that. That's bread. You get their credit right. That take about 90 days. That's bread. If you get 4 females, this is some real game right here. You get 4 females, get their credit score up to, get their credit score up to like 680, and you get 4 corporations that's 2 years old. You sign y'all sign a business contract. Like, just say you a financial advisor. Fuck it. You advising them how to get paper without degrading themselves. You sign a contract. You wait. Like I say, if you already got corporations that's 2 years old, you can go buy corporations that's 2 years old. If you've been hustling, you should have the bread. It don't cost a little bit of a couple of dollars. It's nothing to get somebody credit score up to 680. Probably spend $1,000, $2,000. With 4 corporations, 4 females with credit score 60, that's $1.2 million right there. Easy. $300,000 easy. Right now, Chase, US Bank, I know them 2 for a fact, giving $250 to new businesses. $250,000. So if you got 4 females that's in your stable right now that's willing to sell their body for you and give you the bread, you can tell them to sit their ass down for 90 days. That's 3 months. Getting their credit together, giving a body a rest, and send them up in that motherfucker and get $250,000 a piece, man. That's $1 million, man. And if they're giving you their money after selling their body, they definitely gonna give you their money then. And then you ain't even gotta run that cold game. You can get 50%, just like a financial advisor take 33 1/3. Shit. You a ghetto you a ghetto financial advisor. You need 50%. Yeah, that's a half a ticket. Yeah. And it's the same concept. Look here, Pumpkin. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna put this together, and you already open up a business. Don't bullshit, because that money will go like this. $1 million ain't shit if you ain't got no money coming in, man. Real talk, true story, man. And that's a legal way to get some paper, man. Because this is the thing. Before it's all said and done, males and females argue. If your game is solid, you got 2-3 females. You dig what I'm talking about? Out of them 2-3 females, one of them love you the more. Another one envious of the way she love you because she think you love her the exact same way. My whole point is if you have boyfriend and girlfriend, it's the same shit. But now they got you by the balls. This is the thing that y'all don't realize. They got you by the balls. In 2025, all they gotta do is go to the fucking police and say, I was selling my body and giving him the proceeds. And if she white and you black, that's your ass. Ain't no getting around that shit. Especially if you got priors. Priors of any fucking felony. I watched the fucking attorney tell a motherfucker, man, take this deal, man. He said, man, you are your only witness. It's your word against hers. 2 things about that. One, we don't want to put you on the stand because if we put you on the stand, it opens up the door for the DA to bring up your history. You don't want the jurors to hear that. Second problem, this white girl is finna get on the stand and point at you in front of all these jurors and say she sold her body and gave the money to you. Your ass going to prison for a lifetime, man. Period. So what you gonna do? You gonna take a deal. And it's like I said, man. Live long enough and you'll know. Ain't nobody dick special. You just special at the moment, man. And if your dick is special, that's even worse. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be fucking on these girls. Y'all be having babies by these chicks, man. Which is crazy to me. I ain't gonna say that it ain't happened, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But it's rare. But my whole point is that's crazy. Now you got a baby mama that got you by the balls, man. Look at the puffy shit. Look at the puffy shit going on right now. Y'all ain't heard of no criminal shit that man did. He just a big old freak. Now, of course, they showing the video when he beating that girl up. But like I said, first off, how angry you got to be to do that? So that means something transpired. He didn't just come out the door and they was just fighting. Bottom line, man. I'm not saying it's right, but it's still not worth what they got him in jail for right now. It's still not worth what they got him in jail for right now. All they talking about is baby oil, wiping. It's some freaky shit. It's not against the law, but it can be. All it takes is for a female to get on that stand and be like, he got a whole girl. Listen here, man. That's devastating. But she black, though. But it's still devastating. Imagine if it was a white girl. And we talking about a dude that got $1 billion, man. So imagine what they'll do to your ass. It's only a matter of time, man. Because if you plan the game correctly, you're not finna compromise your rules and regulations, the ones y'all do follow. And like I know 2 players right now, man. They get in, but they still be having sex with their bros. One of them got a baby by one, but their game is tight. They having their paper. But like I explained to them, what's gonna happen when she get mad and be like, I don't want this bitch around. Fuck that bitch. You treat her better than me. Because females do this shit all the time. And you correct her. But she tired of being corrected. And she like, you know what? And she go tell the police this. Your ass is going to jail. First off, you got the bail out. Like if you're in Nevada or some shit like that, you gonna get them low ass bills. You in California though, you already know them bails is something different. But my whole point is you bail out and a lawyer. And the money ain't coming in like it was because she done fagged off and then told. If she fagged off and told on you, she told on the rest of the chicks too. So now you got to put. Now females is more loyal than men. True indeed. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them, when they know that you got their best interest at heart, sit there and be like, yeah, it won't tell. But the one that told, if she's super bitter, she gonna tell it all. She go. She don't need the phone that she took the pictures in. Like a lot of y'all take their phones and their IDs. See, that's that aggressive shit right there. That's the shit that carry 15 in life. You dig what I'm saying? I come from an era where they on autopilot. You ain't even got to like. I'll be watching these young cats. Y'all got to tell them what to do, where to go. I come from an era, man, where you just wake up, man, and they get up and go, man. You know what I'm talking about? But you got these type of situations, man, where a motherfucker got you by the balls. It ain't nothing you can do. Nothing. You can, and then if you get to threatening her and she's serious, man, look here, man. The pigs is gonna put her in a nice condo for the whole time before the trial start. And man, they gonna give her everything, man. Especially if you're a gang member or a known pimp with priors. Oh, they're gonna paint you to be the worst person in the world. And in all actualities, man, what is the attraction to it? Because if you look at all these, I ain't gonna say nobody's name because I got a lot of respect for a lot of them old players, man. Because they did it their way, man. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they still alive and free and not junkies is a plus. But they could have just got a job. Not only would they'll be better off even if they had a job all them years. You know what I'm talking about? Because one thing is for certain, man, no matter how old you get, the same shit they doing right now, they gonna be doing when you 50, man. Believe that. I can go back to where I grew up at right now and hang out. Right now. And still see some of the cats that was hanging, that's my age, that's over there. I can go to the clubs in LA, man, and hang out. The same shit going on, right? The only difference is the shit more expensive. Other than that, it's the same shit my brothers and them was doing. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is this, man. Know what you're getting yourself into. Weigh your options out when y'all doing these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing is for certain is it's a cold game, man. When you out here calling yourself bald, and I watch this shit on social media all the time, man. And then go to jail and can't even bail out. Go to jail, you crying to your mama. Come on, bail me out. You supposed to be calling home telling your mama where the bread is. Hey, mama, go get this bread. Give it to Mr. Anthony, the lawyer, so he can bail me out. That's the only. You shouldn't be stressing your mama out when you know the rules. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. So, like I said, man, I just gave y'all some game on how you can make $1 million legally without degrading females, but running the same get down. Because in actuality, man, women is way sharp. They love a stand down cat. You know what I mean? And the average female look at it like, shit, I'm fucking this motherfucker for free and this motherfucker for free, and I ain't getting, and go that route, right? But so if you can help her get 300, 250,000 now, right now, 90 days, she gonna love your dirty drawers. Period. They don't, because ask yourself this: how long is it gonna take you to check 300,000 on one of your bras? The better question: ask yourself, how long have you had her, and have you made 300,000? And I'm talking about 300,000 the feds can't take. You ain't got to worry about catching no motherfucking case, paying bail money, lawyer fees, none of that. I'm finna let me look and see if there's anything else in these notes I forgot to say. Let me see. Uh let's see. Oh, the text messages and social media, what the DAs use on 97.3% of every trafficking, pimping and panning and trafficking case. They use erase text messages and social media. Innocent messages can be interpreted as evidence of intent of coercion. So you can say some slick shit and you not even talking about that. You just on some slick shit, kind of like what they doing with the girl and Puffy. She trying to say he made her do it and all that, right? But her text messages say from her phone. I'm always down for a freak off. All that is going against you, going against her now because she's because in actuality she done really fucked that case up by lying, saying he forced her to do something. But see, that's how hearsay states. That's how the states work because they want his ass. But and then this look, she didn't even have to come. She with it. So in all actuality, that's how much harder it's gonna be for him to beat that. But let's see, crossing state lines, traveling with someone for what seems like a legitimate reason can fall under the Mann Act if interpreted otherwise. So you brought her to Las Vegas from California because you were congratulating her on a work well done. So y'all not even coming to work. You coming for relaxation. She get mad. And if she reports your ass in Nevada, your ass in trouble. Yeah, they don't even need her no more. They not look here, they ain't doing it. Once she make the statement and sign, they don't give a fuck at all. Yeah. Or you can catch a case and they use that evidence, use those pictures at that hotel and say that's what you was doing. It's all up to the jury to look at. But these are the things that can happen. Let me see. I wrote down a gang of shit, man. Understanding hearsay and its impact. Oh yeah, this look. In some states, hearsay statements made outside of court can be admissible under certain exceptions. This means excited utterance. Utterance is where a motherfucker just talking. Statements made during or shortly after a startling event can be used in court. Present sense inspirations, descriptions of events as they happen. These exceptions can lead to situations where someone's out of court statement becomes a key piece of evidence against you. Let me see. Speaking on that, where's the other part that goes to that? Let me see. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Look, knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is power. Equip yourself with knowledge, man, of any crime or anything that you do. Equip yourself with knowledge of it. And remember this, every state in the U.S. has hearsay laws. It's part of the legal system nationwide. But when it comes to sex crimes like pimping and pandering and human trafficking, some states stretch those hearsay exceptions even further. That means a woman don't even have to testify directly. A statement she made to the police, a friend, or a social worker, especially if she said it while upset, scared, or hurt, can be used against you in court. That's called excited utterance or outcry exception. California, Texas, and Nevada are known for that. In a place like Nevada, which is heavy on these exceptions, the case can move forward off her statement alone. Even if she never shows up in court, that's real. Yeah. So listen to me, man. Like I said in the beginning, man, I am nowhere near here to tell you what to do, man. Don't do this, don't do that. When I was growing up, motherfuckers wouldn't do this and all that. Look here, man. I'm not here to. By all means, get to your paper, man. By any means you see fit, man. Do your thing, man. But understand this, man. When older cats is telling you shit, they may not be telling you the way that you want to be told. In fact, a lot of that shit I disagree with how these old motherfuckers be hollering at these young cats, man. See, me, I don't be on young cats like that, man. My whole thing is you can't even fuck with me unless you get some paper. You understand me? Unless you got some kind of hustle going on. And when I say hustle, it can be legal or illegal as long as you get into your paper. But if you get into your paper, I fucks with you. You understand me? Hey, yeah, I chop it up and all that. Now, when I see you doing something, I'm like, hey man, look here, man. You know that right there. I'm just letting you know because like my grandmama when I was a kid. Sins are not sins until you're knowledgeable of them. So, and I'm talking, this is what she told me about life. So it's not a sin until you know, but now that you know it's a sin. You dig what I'm saying? So my whole thing is this. You can ball for 4-5 years. But when them people come, it's all day. And 99.8% of the time, when somebody of this profession gets snatched up, it's because one of them females fagged off. Period. And they always fag off because just like how your girl do. You jealous of this, jealous of that. You don't like this girl. She don't like how you, and God forbid you put your fucking hands on one of them girls, man. Because if you gotta beat them, you don't need them. If you gotta beat, I'm gonna say it again. If you gotta beat them, you don't need them, man. Real talk, true story, man. Bottom line. Because once you do that, you got to understand, she can go and tell them next year, he beat me up and made me go out and yeah, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. But anyway, like I said, man, I'm not here by no means to tell you what to do, man. Don't do this, don't do that. You know right from wrong. Let me see if it's any more because I don't had y'all on here a minute, man. But this is so deep. And let me say another thing. Even though I understand the young overpower, the old, it's y'all time, the old. Yeah, I understand all that, man. But some rules were implemented by the real players of that game and other games in the beginning for a reason. You get the years pass by and the younger generations get to water them down because they like, why they ain't gotta do that thing. Who is these? But then shit start happening. Then you understand why them rules are made. My reasoning for saying this is talking to people outside of that life about that life. That's one of the worst things you can do in this type of game because one of them can call the police and tell on you. It's a hearsay thing, man. Somebody overheard you chopping it up with somebody, a square, or you telling a square about the business and this, that, and that's wrong. Or they envious of you. They just don't like the way you move. Whatever the fucking case can be. And I'm only saying that because I was on a I don't know, it's like Zoom or something, like a Zoom call with a whole bunch of people, man. and they was on that motherfucker talking reckless about this particular hustle, right? And I'm sitting up there like, and I'm getting disgusted because it's like y'all they talking about this shit, and then one of them was popping it, right? And everybody was like, "Oh, you must be there." He's like, "No, I never sent a woman nowhere a day in his life." And that shit it really irritated me because it's like, then why you even talk this shit, bro? And you got these females like, "Oh yeah, it ain't cool." Just like every other situation. Yeah, you can do this yourself, but what happened? One of these sadistic motherfucking tricks snatch your ass up, or somebody take. You know what I'm saying? Then who you gonna go get? You can't call the police. It's a purpose for everything, man, and it's supposed to be guidance and security. You know what I'm saying? Love. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, my YKs, these podcasts are particularly for y'all, man, because I need y'all, man, to start thinking, man. Thinking about the shit y'all doing, man. No, and not only that, know what you doing. Know what happens when you get caught up, man. And stop calling your mama, your grandmamas, your cousins and aunties for paper that you know they ain't fucking got. They ain't have it before you went to jail. Where it's gonna come from now? If you handling your business like you supposed to, when you should be listening to these older cats about these type of things, like I say, the first money you stack should be the money for bail. This 2025, so I say this: you should have at least $200,000 stacked away for bail. And I only say that because every time I get a bail, it'd be $1 million, man. I ain't never had a bail less than $1 million. Every fucking time I turn around, I had $1 million bail. So you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is at least had 200,000, man, for bail money. Another. I mean, me personally, I would if I was breaking the law right now. I got a lawyer on retainer, even though I don't break the law. But I'm just saying, I drop a 50 ball off on a lawyer just cause. So a lawyer with a bond law firm. That's why I got to be a lawyer. That's why I always say expensive because they always got law firms that's gonna go on for generation to generation, generation to generation. You dig what I'm saying? So you stay in contact with them. You send them, you go meet with them, have lunch, buy them gifts and shit like that, and update them on, so everything will be solid. They already know what it is. So bottom line, honestly, I would say 500,000, but I know that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, man, you should have $200,000 for bail. You should have $200,000 stashed away for bail or time to run any motherfucking way when you breaking the law, man. Period. You understand me now? 100 to do. 100 to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? 100 to do because you can jump with 100,000. You get up out this country quick in a motherfucker and live good in one of these third world countries, man. You know what I'm saying? But for bail, yeah, even if you got it's 10%, so most of the time it's $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But you want to, have that extra, you know what I'm saying? So you can slide the attorney a 25 piece for being spiffy, you know what I'm saying, to keep him on his toes. Then you want to slide the bail's bondsman extra 250,000. I mean, an extra 25,000. You know what I'm saying? So he'll love you, man, and he'll keep you informed on what the people talking about, the shit that your lawyer might not know. You understand me? It's always good to keep them type of people happy, man. So you just think that's 150,000 right there, man. Now you got another 50,000 that you can kick back a month or so you can figure out what the fuck the next move is. You understand? It should be, you should have go on the run money. And that's 250,000. This is money you stack before you even making money, man. So that means, like in the hustle that I had, you know what I'm saying? So that means if I started off with 100, or if I started off with 10,000 and I'm stacking my paper, I don't got no paper stacked until I got 450,000, man. Now I got stacked. Bam. Now it's off to the races. Now we can get it cracking. You understand what I'm saying? And if anything happened, because me personally, when I broke the law, man, I'm not good, man. I'm running immediately, man. All you gotta do is tell me them motherfuckers looking for me, man. I'm out of here. Nigga. I'm going straight to the stash where the bag of money is, and I'm out. Yeah, man. You know how much what life can do for you with a bag of 100,000, with $100 bills in it, man. But like I said, this is not to glorify no illegal activity, because to be honest, it's so easy to make dope money legally. Real business. In today's day, in 2025, they giving away money that motherfuckers had to hustle for when we was growing up, man. Period. You wasn't getting that kind of money, man, working no job, man. Period. Yeah, they dropping it off, man. The only thing is, a lot of these motherfuckers a lot of y'all never had no real money. So when they give you 200,000, you go buy some shoes, you go get you some designer, get you a car, buy you some fly furniture or get you a spot. Then you got, get you some pieces because you never had it before. And then the next thing you know, you showed again, because $250,000 ain't no motherfucking money if you don't have no money coming in. But don't listen to what I said, because it's paper. It's money like a motherfucker. I ain't saying it's not money. What I'm saying is it's not no money if you don't have no money coming in. It'll go like this. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get it, just like I tell anybody, when I be in lacing people up about this credit, like, and damn near why I stopped really looking out for motherfuckers, I'm gonna tell you, look, just like when I be lacing these people up about this credit, I tell them all the time, when you go get this paper, man, don't go buy a fucking car, don't go get no fucking apartment and all that shit. Put that you use that money to make more money. You get a $250,000 loan, your motherfucking payment probably like $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month times 10 is 12,000. 12,000. So 14, what? 24. So 14,400 you should be putting in an interest-bearing account that they can take automatic payments out of. So that's a whole year of payments right there. Now it's time to go buy something that makes money. Something guaranteed. Something guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? What I don't know what the fuck. Needles, thread. I don't need to get the making paper. Now you start on your business. Period. You gotta do is make payments on time and if they gave you 250,000, they'll give you 750,000 in 6 months. Corporate loans are different than personal loans. When you owe money, they give you more money to pay for that money. So if you got a $250,000 loan, right, and you've been making payments on time for 90 days, 120 days, right, you still owe whatever the fuck it is. Just say you still owe 200,000. They gonna give you probably 5, because they're gonna pay that 200 off and give you the rest. I mean, it's gonna up your shit, but now you at 300. You $50,000 more than where you was at. You understand me? Now enjoy your life, but always make it where you constantly making paper. Period. But like I said, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man, to Happy Lies, Sad Truth. And if y'all want to be hip, if y'all want me to lace y'all up with how you can make a quick 1.2 million legally without degrading no female. If you got 3 to 4 females in your stable, man, and you know what I'm saying, you got now. If you got less than that, I can still tell you how to get some legal papers. It's gonna be, calculated, separate 300 from each one, man. You understand me? It's legal shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's free game, man. And my philosophy is game is to be sold, not told, man. Yeah, but I will get that game, man, because real business, I'm so sick of seeing these young cats get washed the fuck up, go on a run for all this time for nothing, man. Because in all actuality, man, it takes a special kind of woman to do this shit and love it. Yeah, and stand down on it. You dig what I'm saying? And you can't you can't be no cold nigga, man. You understand what I'm talking about? You gotta be solid. The whole key is taking care of them, man. You look at all these old pimps, man, these rappers and all that shit. Look at these niggas' lifestyle. You can tell that shit didn't work for them. And it's nothing different for you. Believe that. Look at the history. This is why 2025 is such a beautiful time, because you can look back 100 years and see these crimes, man, and see what the fuck happened. And all you gotta ask yourself is, well, is that you're looking for? And if that's what you want to be, then by all means, get to it, baby. Do you? But understand this. Before you get out here and break these laws, man, understand this. Know what you're getting into. Understand that law. Understand that it's not if they coming, it's when they coming. But anyway, man, thank y'all for tuning in to Happy Lies, Sad Truth, sponsored by Big on Successful Stuff Clothing. If it ain't ice white, it ain't right. And Dr. Green's Holistic and Wellness. Get high the healthy way. Get it in your system. Tap in. See y'all next Thursday. See y'all next day.